Good day guys, this is your tutor engineer. Today we'll be doing grade 10 maths paper 2. So let's start with today's lesson. Basically we'll be calculating the letters on each and every question. So let's start with question 21. So here we'll find the letter C. We'll calculate for letter C. So we'll basically have 3C minus 8. You'll notice that these two lines are parallel, so these two angles must be equal. The reason is corresponding angles. So we'll say 3C minus 8 is equal to 2C plus 20. So the reason we'll say it's corresponding angles. So from here on, 2C will come to the left and become negative, and then the 8 will come to the right and will change sign to positive. So here we'll have C is equal to 28 degrees. Now let's go to question 22. We'll calculate for size D. Okay, so now let's start. So you realize that this is the exterior angle. So basically we'll have 2D is equal to 70 plus 30. The reason you'll say is the external angle of the triangle is equal to the two interior angles. So you'll have 2D is equal to 100. Sorry about that. So that should be 100. So divide by 2 both sides to find that D is 50. Okay, so let's go to question 23. Okay, question 23. We have two parallel lines. That's the first thing that you must notice. So since these two lines are parallel, then you'll say angle F is equal to 60, right? So angle F will be 60. The reason for that is corresponding angles. And then another thing that you must notice is this is the exterior angle. So F plus E must give you 53 plus 60. The reason is the exterior angle of the triangle is equal to the two interior angles. So 60 you already worked out to be, F will work it out to be 60. So 60 plus E is equal to 53 plus 60, which is 113. So E is equal to 113 minus 60. So basically the answer here will be 53. Now let's go to question 24. Okay, question 24. We have to calculate G and H. So if these two sides are supposed to be equal, in fact, for this question, so that this angle will also be equal to angle G, because this would be the isosceles triangle. So we'll calculate angle G by saying 2G plus 50 is equal to 180. So 2G would be 180 minus 50, which is going to be 130. So divide by 2 both sides, I find that G is 65. So 65 degrees. And then here you'll notice that angle H and G are on a straight line. So here you'll have H plus G is 80 degrees. The reason is you have supplementary angles that are on a straight line. So H plus G, which is 65, would be 180. That means H is going to be 180 minus 65. which will give us 115 degrees. Now let's do question 25. We'll calculate for angle I first here. Since all sides are equal, each and every angle here is going to be angle I. So 3 of these angles, 3i is equal to, in fact, they must give us 180 degrees, all of them, since it's the sum of the angles of the triangle, right? So divide by 3 both sides, find that I is 180 divided by 3 will give us 60. So also J and I are on a straight line, so we'll say J plus I should give us 180 degrees. The reason is supplementary angles, so J plus 60 is 180, therefore J is 120 degrees. Okay, now let's do question 26. You'll realize that these two sides are equal. That means if that angle is K, this one will also be K. So basically we'll have 2K, both of these angles, plus this one, which is 90, should give us 180. The reason is sum of the angles of the triangles are 180. So 2K, take 90 to the other side, you'll get 90 degrees. Then you divide by 2 to find that K is 45 degrees. Alright, so K and angle L are on a straight line, are supplementary. That means K plus L is 180 degrees, so you would say supplementary is your reason. Since K is 45 already, so I'll replace it by 45. Therefore L is 180 minus 45, which is 135 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's correct, 185. Now let's do question 27. This is the right angle triangle. Since this side here, this angle rather is 90 degrees, so we'll apply a theorem of Pythagoras by saying this hypotenuse side squared is equal to this side, which is 5 squared, plus this side, which is 12 squared. That means x squared is 25 plus 144. X squared will give us 169. So putting square root signs on both sides, we'll find that x is 13. So that side there is equal to 13. So that will be the answer. And also here we have a right angle triangle. Since that angle there is 90. Remember, you cannot apply the theorem of Pythagoras if you do not have the right angle triangle. But in this case, this is the hypotenuse side. So we'll say 25 squared is equal to this side squared, which is the side of interest, and 20 squared. So 25 squared, what is it? It's going to give us 625 is equal to x squared. And then 20 squared will give us 400. X squared is equal to 625 minus 400, which means x squared will be 225. When you put square root sign both sides, you find that x is 15. Remember the unit, 15 millimeters. And then this is the second last question for today. We're given that these two sides are equal. Now we need to find one of the side. So if this is the right angle triangle, it's easy. You'll say 12 squared is equal to p squared plus p squared. Theorem of Pythagoras. So you'll have 144 is equal to 2p squared. Divide by 2 before you apply the square root sign. So 144 divided by 2 is 72. It's equal to p squared. Then you can apply the square root sign. You'll find that p is the square root of 72. Or you can just simplify this, the square root of 72 to be 36 times 2. Is that correct? Is it going to give me 72? Yes, that's correct. Therefore, p is, you can split square root of 36 and square root of 2. Therefore, p is the square root of 36. We know that is 6. You don't know the square root of 2, so you just maintain 2. The unit is millimeters. Now let's do the final question. We need to find angle Q. You don't know whether this is 90 degrees. It's going to be 90 degrees if this side is equal, this side squared is equal to 11 squared plus 15 squared. So now let's test. 11 squared plus 15 squared is equal to, so 11 squared is 121, 15 squared is 225, so you'll get 346, right? So if you put a square root sign on both sides, you'll find that it's equal to that side there. So you can conclude that therefore Q is 90. Q is 90 millimeters. So we've come to the end of our today's lesson. If you like the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Cheers.